Okay, welcome everybody to the November 9th, 2022 regular meeting of the Scotia Village Board of Trustees. Start with the pledge.
Flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Call the roll.
Here.
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 Item number 3, privilege of the floor. Is anybody like to be heard at privilege of the floor? Opposed, privilege of the floor. Item 4, can we have a resolution to authorize the mayor to sign a renewal with VFIS for the volunteer firefighter cancer coverage?
I'd like to make a motion to authorize the mayor to sign the renewal of the VFIS for volunteer firefighter cancer coverage effective January 1st, 2023.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Item 5, have a resolution to authorize the mayor to sign public benefit services agreement with Schenectady County for improvements to the village community garden.
I would like to authorize the mayor to sign public benefit services agreement with Schenectady County for improvements to the Village of Scotia Community Garden. I guess we'll do the vote.
Was Bruce coming tonight or?
He was going to.
It doesn't appear to be here.
No.
Do you want to explain what it is or?
Yeah, we had talked about this a meeting or so ago about one of our longtime garden members took it upon himself to put together a plan that had a first step and a second step. The first step was making the garden plots a little more accessible by getting them off the ground. He went and found a couple of different examples of planter boxes and brought them to me and directly to Kathy Gatto, who's one of our county legislators, and they worked on it over at the county, went through the procurement process, and we now have a planter that's been through procurement, and Bruce is going to be putting those things together early or for next year's season. Maybe that's him now. But thank you to Bruce Kohout and to Kathy Gatto at the county for working on this, and it's we are going to pay for it and we're going to get it reimbursed after the fact, and it's a good way to improve accessibility at the garden and to continue to evolve over there, and there will be some more improvements hopefully in the next coming year. So
Thank you. Do you have a second?
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Mayor Gifford,
sorry.
I do have to, I am going to abstain from this vote for today.
Which one?
From the grant from Schenectady County Legislature. The reason for the abstention, just so you know, is I currently work as the associate clerk for the Schenectady County Legislature. And, you know, while there is no conflict of interest because I'm not in a position of responsibility or decision making, we're just going to check to make sure that I can vote on accepting funds that are allocated from the Schenectady County Legislature for future votes.
Okay, so you're going to ask Chris or something?
No, Jeff, the clerk and the legislature already said there is no conflict of interest. It's
Okay.
just something we're going to check on our end. I've already spoken with Lydia, and I just want to be.
I certainly hope there isn't, because we do a lot with the county.
There won't be. I know there won't be. I just want to be clear.
Yeah, fine, thank you. Item 7, have a resolution to approve this, sorry.
It's item 6.
I was reading 7, but you're right, it should be 6. Authorize the mayor to sign an agreement with Prime AE for engineering services related to the water system corrosion control study.
I would
So-
like to make a, go ahead, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
I'd like to motion to authorize the mayor to sign an agreement with Prime AE for engineering services related to water system corrosion control study.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Now we'll go to 7. Resolution, you have a resolution to approve the stipends for the deputy clerk, treasurer, and deputy clerk related to grant administration.
I'd like to make a resolution to approve the stipends for deputy clerk treasurer and deputy clerk related to grant administration and thank them for stepping up to the plate to assist with this so that we can maximize our ability to manage the grants that we currently have.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Item 8, can we have a resolution to authorize the mayor to sign a contract with H2M Engineers for phase 2 of the municipal facilities project?
I would like to authorize the mayor to sign a contract with H2M Architects and Engineers for phase 2 of the municipal facilities project. And just to clarify, the firehouse portion of it is separated into a phase 1. And fire phase 2 is just making the accounting a little clearer between the two, so.
I will second.
All in favor?
Aye.
I might ought to abstain from this because I went to their open house tonight and had dinner on them, but I guess I could vote in favor. Number 9, can we have a resolution to adopt the capital budget for the municipal facilities project?
I would like to make a resolution to adopt the capital budget for the municipal facilities project. Again, nothing's changed, nothing's new. It's the monies, the grant is being assigned to a separate accounting fund on our budget so that it's easily identifiable and separatable from everyday business.
I will second, and I want to thank the board treasurer for putting this budget together. Thank you, Maria.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Item 10, can we have a motion to authorize payment number 1 to Huber Brewer Construction, the amount of $81,700 for construction management services?
I will make a motion to authorize payment number 1 to Huber Brewer Construction Company in the amount of $81,700 for the construction management services related to the municipal facilities project. And, just to kind of reiterate again to village employees, this is for construction management, the skills of which we do not have in-house, and it will also help ensure that this project occurs on time and on or under budget.
I'll second because it's so welcome and I'm so thankful to have such a professional team that's very familiar with firehouses and municipal facilities.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Let's see. Item number 5. Can we have specifics from the Cohouts about the community garden project?
We already approved it, but
We did?
yeah.
We put in a request for the county to have some funds to upgrade the community garden because it just needs a little bit more work. And if we could get some raised beds, it would be better for the senior citizens who go there. On vacation, I visited a number of sites in other places that had nice community gardens, and I thought maybe we could upgrade ours.
Haven't gotten your bill for that yet.
Pardon me?
We haven't gotten your bill for that yet.
Well, the rest part. But, so we came up with a request for funding, and we have some materials that are to come from the Parks Department and some hopefully from the county that they'll donate as far as soil goes, and we're gonna buy beds, and we're gonna extend the water line and just make some changes we think is a nice upgrade. We did mention in there about phase 2, and our hope for that was that we could then make some improvements to the dog park. Dog park's great, but it probably needs some structure in there for people to sit because it's hot and in the sun, and probably some things for dogs to do during the day and whatnot. Henry's helping me with this. And something just so it's more of a park instead of just a field. It's a great location, but if we can get some funding from them to get some improvements there, we'd already do that.
So they could run their dogs in the shade of the Hops Mountain there.
Those hops.
I just want to thank you, Bruce, for your work on this. It's great to see the community garden have this upgrade, and I'm also excited by the prospect of phase 2. So I know it's time well spent, and thank you for your efforts
You're welcome. Well, I've done a lot of work yet, but.
and the work that is to come.
Thank you.
All right, anything else? Is that good?
Yeah.
Okay. Item 11, can we have a motion to authorize payment number 1 to H2M Architects in the amount of $85,989.73?
I would like to authorize payment number 1 to H2M Architects and Engineers in the amount of $85,989.73 for architectural services related to the municipal facilities project. Again, this is just the formal approvals of payments. Everything's in line with the budget. It's not being exceeded. It's not being revised. It's
And we have evidence of them working pretty hard so far.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Item 12, can we have a motion to authorize the payment number 1 to MJ Burden in the amount of $8,000 for grant services for the municipal facilities project?
I'd like to make a motion to authorize payment number 1 to MJ Burden Inc. in the amount of $8,000 for grant services related to municipal facilities project. This grant writer is critical to this project, and I am, after reviewing information with Sean, I'm excited to have this particular grant writer on board to help us navigate this.
she's good at what she does.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Maria, she wanted the whole payment, is that what was, right?
No.
Was it-
The way her QuickBooks sent it.
Okay,
The agreement is 3 installments.
okay. Item 13, can we have a motion to authorize payment number 1 to Naparella Consulting in the amount of $6,925 for civil engineering services related to the municipal facilities project?
I'd like to make I'd like to authorize payment number 1 to Naparilla Construction amount or Consulting in the amount of $6,925 for civil engineering services related to the municipal facilities project.
Second,
I'll second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Item 14, can we have a motion to authorize payment number 1 to fiscal advisors and marketing in the amount of $1,950 for financial services related to the funding of the project?
I'll make the motion to authorize payment number 1 to Fiscal Advisors and Marketing Inc. in the amount of $1,950 for financial services related to the funding of the municipal facilities project.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Item 15, can we have a motion to authorize payment to Premier Printing Inc. in the amount of $445 for printing services related to the funding of the municipal facilities project?
I'll make the motion to authorize payment to Premier Printing Inc. in the amount of $445 for printing services related to funding of the municipal facilities project.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? So is there a way we could combine all those?
I like to-
Seems,
I think
Uh.
It's nice to see her, so.
Yeah, well, I don't think we can combine them, whether or not we really need to consider doing them on the agenda or just doing them as part of the audit of claims. We could look at that, but I think they're separate payments, so I think they have to be, reviewed separately.
he already came here and took off. I want to thank the board for a good 4 years, and the staff particularly has been very supportive. I think we've gotten a lot done. This is it was a difficult time with COVID getting in the way and all that, but we still got an awful lot done. Certainly the largest thing was the municipal facilities project, but there's any number of other accomplishments that have gone well. And plus I think the most important to the village is we've had, except for the clerk's office, we've had a change in every department, a major change. And we've, I feel, done really well keeping the village going better than well. I mean, better than we were before. So I'm proud of that. I'm proud of all the people who work for the village. Obviously, the most important thing this month was the closure of the bridge that the state forced us to do. There are a few people really have only gotten 3 letters on it, and 1 was positive. So it's not a huge swelling of opinion on it, but I know there are people, obviously lots of people inconvenienced, and sorry to do that, but people just don't realize how long these things take.
You didn't do it though.
Didn't start in my administration and won't end in it. So anyway, I thank everybody, and I hope the village keeps going on an even keel. I'd be happy to help out anybody who needs it. Item 17, correspondence, liaison, special committee reports. Justin?
Absolutely. So first, I do also want to take a moment to congratulate Keith Brown, Heather Gray, as well as Dave Bucciferro on earning the trust and support of village residents this election day. It also gives me great pride to know that nearly 3,000 village residents turned out to vote in this election. That is an incredible number for a midterm year, and I hope that village residents continue to stay engaged and continue to turn out to vote each and every year, not just in village elections, but also in town elections and other election and school board elections going forward. I look forward to working with each and every one of you and laboring by your side to advance the village forward, but also to serve the best interest of our residents and our village community. And to all the candidates, to Amanda, to Dave Lindsay, and to Joe Talbot, thank you for stepping forward and putting yourselves out there, coming up with a plan, going door to door, meeting and listening directly with voters and residents. It takes a courage and a commitment to do that. And it's something that each of you need to be commended on, and thank you. In terms of the police budget, or excuse me, police report, this month, the Scotia Police Department completed several rounds of training in the month of October. In addition to completing an annual firearms training that's required, Detective Peckham led a defensive tactics training session at Schenectady County Sheriff Zone 5 training facility in Schenectady. I want to thank the Schenectady County Sheriff for opening up that facility to us, but also point out the fact that we have some great expertise within our department to be able to do some non-lethal and non-invasive training for our officers on a regular and routine basis. Also, just to point out, the police chief and I spent some time and reviewed current and past department reports. And when we're kind of looking at a 3-year trend, we identified that DWI arrests have increased each year since 2019. I want to applaud the Scotia Police Department for their diligent patrol as well as their ability to recognize impaired drivers. And as we head into the holiday season, I want to remind village residents, as well as those who may be riding on our roads, that driving under the influence of drugs and alcohol is not only a bad idea, but it's an expensive idea. But more importantly, when you drive under the influence, you're risking your life, but also the lives of others. And it was shocking to see those arrests increase. So, and this is something that we can certainly all learn from and help stop by just simply getting an Uber when you're going out to holiday parties, starting with Thanksgiving and going into the holidays. In addition, you're going to notice when you drive down Cuthbert, as well as Albion, right around Albion and Albemarle, you're going to see some radar signs. I want to congratulate and thank the police department, as well as the traffic safety committee, and the Department of Public Works for installing those. They're going to help with our speed mitigation in those areas. Cuthbert, being a long connector street, has long had an issue with excessive speed, and this will be a nice reminder to folks that when they're doing 45 or 50 down a village street, that they shouldn't be doing that, but also to have that in a school zone, in an area where also there is a lot of congestion, pedestrian traffic is something important. I know this was a project of John Jones, who was on our traffic safety committee for so long. He advocated for years. Unfortunately, he passed and couldn't see this come to fruition. But because of the money from the ARPA funds, we were able to see this project into fruition. Also to congratulate Officer Danielle Peck. She is going to be beginning training to be our newest detective for the department. So we have a great organization within our department where many of our patrol officers also serve as detectives to help solve crimes. So this is an example of a hybrid role. The police department did review with the traffic safety committee to discuss the bridge closing on Sunnyside Road, as well as the implication that it may have with regards to traffic safety. And so far, while we have seen some increased congestion, there's been no safety issues that have been identified, and we look forward to that continuing. I do, at the end of this meeting, I do want to suggest that we go into executive session to discuss internal personnel matters regarding the police department. With regards to the Zoning Board of Appeals, they did not meet this month. However, I did send out notices to the members to encourage them to make sure that they do their annual training that's required to be on a member of the Zoning Board of Appeals. And lastly, for the Business Improvement District, right around the corner is Holiday on the Ave, a big storied tradition here in the village, and there is a new part of Holiday on the Ave, or I should say a rebranded part of Holiday on the Ave called Light Up the Avenue. It's a storefront decorating contest that many of the businesses are going to be participating in. Not everyone had a window, but everyone has a storefront. So you're going to see and up until from the day of Holiday on the Ave through December 21st, there will be an opportunity for village residents to stroll our main street, to look at all the wonderful holiday displays put on our storefronts, and they'll have a chance to vote for the most creative, best overall, and judge's choice. And actually the winners will be announced, on Tuesday, December 20th. The business winners will receive bragging rights for the best decked out hall, as well as a trophy. And this is being sponsored by the Scotia Business Improvement District. Along those same lines, I want to encourage everyone this holiday season through the month of November, starting with Small Business Saturday. I like to think of November more as Small Business Month, to make sure you get out and do your holiday shopping on the avenue. We have lots of great stores to choose from, whether you're looking for antiques, video games, comic books, toys, movies, gift certificates, or some great adult beverages to enjoy. So there's lots to explore. I also want to thank the village for continuing conversations with the BID about snow removal with regards to the section of Route 5 up until Route 50. I look forward to continuing to work with you, Mayor Gifford, on identifying ways that a price that is reasonable for the business district to pay, so that our pedestrians can be safe, but also those who remove the snow on Mohawk Avenue can be safe in a high traffic area. And with that, that concludes my report.
Heather?
Oh, yes, the chili cook-off at Holiday Ave. I think there's a heated competition between the battles of the badges, and I really want the snowplow drivers to get in on that and see who makes a better pot of chili.
Is that, no pun intended, heated?
Heated, exactly. Firehouse chili or police chief chili. I still think it's the snowplow drivers that make the best chili, so we'll have to find out.
Okay. Heather?
First of all, I want to thank you, Mayor Gifford, for your service to the Village of Scotia. You've been involved in politics for an awful long time. How many years have you been on this board?
This is 14.
14. So you've really done a lot of wonderful things for your community on this board and outside of this board.
Not to
And-
mention 50 years as a volunteer firefighter.
And you deserve recognition. So I just want to thank you as a resident and also as a board member for everything you have accomplished, everything you've led, and especially the municipal facilities project where it's going. So thank you for your 14 years of service. And I personally wish you well with regards to your retirement.
Thank you.
With regards to a few of the reports, I just wanted to say thank you for the radar signs. I received an awful lot of calls in the last couple of weeks with regards to speeding on Cuthbert Street. I'm not going to name any personal names, but I know I reached out to Chief Harrigan with regards to some complaints. So I did stop in front of the radar sign last night, and it recorded my speed, but then when I stopped, I got this, it was a constant blue blinking light. And I'm like, I wonder if that's recording me. But,
Do they record, Dan, or is it just a,
Yeah, well, they record your speed.
okay,
so you
Well,
can,
There's
you
no
can,
recording.
right, no.
But if you don't go above the speed limit, the closest speed limit, it won't show you. Well,
it just kept blinking, but I stopped there for a few minutes. So anyway, on Albion, I noticed it, on Cuthbert, and I was very happy to see those just because of the complaints, also by the school zone. And I'm glad we were able to provide those for the community with the ARPA funds. So
Yeah, a lot of residents reach out.
Mhm.
Thankful for it, so I was really happy. DPW and Tom Lander did a good job, really good job.
I just want to know if that tree just happens to die, what are we gonna do?
Find a new location.
Okay. Couple items from the town of Glenville. The annual tree lighting will take place on December 3rd from 6 to 8. I think they're gonna have a first annual Chowder Fest as well, so more details on that to come. Maybe we could combine like a chili and a chowder one year,
That would be nice.
right? Also, DOT will be closing Freeman's Bridge Road November 15th through the 17th. So just to give everyone a heads up, they're going to be working on the railroad in that vicinity. Report from the fire department. Again, the calls are above average, about 281 more calls from this time last year. The firefighters participated in a live burn training at Saratoga Training Center. They also started their annual hydrant testing. They've tested 50 to 60 hydrants with no significant issues. And they will be participating in the annual Christmas parade after a 2-year hiatus. It's great to have the Christmas parade, the city Christmas parade back, which will be on November 19th. And I think that's all I have. So thank you.
Thank you. George?
Yeah, having known John Jones for some time, it is a loss for the village. He has been a involved community member for a very long time. Condolences to Supervisor Ketzley on his loss this week as well. It's a tough time to experience loss at any point of the year. So condolences to him. Again, congratulations to all those successful people in the election. And again, it is something to be proud of if you do put yourself out there and do investigation and look towards the future for things that you believe in, to put yourself out there and run. So it's I've been fortunate to be involved now for 4 years, and I've been through 2 election cycles myself, and it's good to be able to put yourself out there and talk about the things that you believe in, and then be able hopefully we'll improve on that soon too. The facilities project is moving right along. The preliminary engineering is completing, financial tracking, like we approved a bunch of stuff tonight that all has a home. It's all going to be set on a separate line in the budget. So if anybody has any real questions about what money is going where, I mean, this is where it's going. It's on budget. It's well within the voter approved referendum. So things are moving along in that respect. Preliminary engineering is completing. The tracking is in place. The primary, just as a schedule that we put out there a little bit ago, the bids should be going out mid-January, and awarding and construction starting in the spring on what is now phase 1, the firehouse. So it's a great thing. We have our 60% drawings in place, and they're out for edits. And one of the great things that it's great to have a seasoned construction manager. He goes through every single page and every square inch of those drawings to make sure that they're accurate. They reflect the intent of the construction, and that they're saving as much money as possible on materials. So that's going on. And Saturday, November 19th, from 11 to 2 is supposed to be a public review of the exterior of the building. And we'll have some copies here to be able to, for the public to come in and view and comment on how it looks from the outside. So be on the lookout for that notification as well. Lots of things going on in DPW. We talked about the road closure here in the village, and then that corresponding to another DOT closure out in the town, which will be, it's going to be a pain. There's no getting around it. It's going to be a pain for a few days, but it's necessary improvements to both locations. And we approved a water corrosion study. It's all part of a bigger picture kind of national effort to keep eyes on corrosion in water pipes. There's going to be some more testing going on, and I volunteer, Ryan, to be one of those 30 people. If you need somebody to test, you can come test mine. It's again, it's a good thing to have all the things we have here in the village and a dedicated Department of Public Works that's on top of these things, staying in step with all of the requirements that they are to deliver, public utilities to every single resident. So kind of on a closing note too, this is, if trustee Rizzo was here, it would be his last formal public meeting. He's away dealing with some family matters. He was a trustee from 2000 to 2004, and then from 2006 to present. And that's quite a long time that for someone to be involved in public service. He was just like all of us, starting out as a candidate, finding out and educating himself to be involved in public service. And we thank him for his public service. Not to correct you, Justin, I'm sorry, it was only 30 years he was a volunteer fireman. Mayor Gifford, as his last time here, he was reportedly October of 1982. Was that the date? That was the date I was given.
I think it was before that, but I had 10 years as a volunteer before that in different departments.
Oh, so it's 40 years? Justin's wrong either way. But again, you two had started as a public servant, and you've been mayor for 4 years. You were a trustee from 2008 till you were elected mayor, and you were the one who appointed me in 2018, and I was forced to go through an election cycle that year and then immediately following, so that was fun. Thank you for that. It's been a great learning experience, and I feel good about my service to the village because again, I'm glad, and I look forward to having my neighbor Keith and Mr. Bucciferro, how do I pronounce it?
Bucciferro.
Bucciferro. Bucciferro. So Bucciferro. I look
We have
forward-
time to practice.
Yes, but I look forward to seeing him go through these first stages of municipal service. So thank you to everybody, and thank you, Mayor Gifford, for your time. It's again something that people don't always choose to do, and some people do, and it's fulfilling at times and overall. So thank you.
Oh, two other things. George, Justin mentioned the zoning training, but both the zoning and the planning board training is dismal. Most of the people are way behind. So if you could ride them some, get that done by the end of the year, it'd be great. I want to thank, we were talking about John Jones, Barbara, his wife, has offered the village gorgeous Christmas tree from her front yard, which Ryan's guys are gonna take down and plant in the probably the last one in the village green there for a much bigger Christmas tree than we're used to. It should be great. So thanks to Barbara. Okay. Number 18, departmental reports.
I'd like to make a motion to accept the departmental reports submitted by each department.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Number 19, budget adjustments for October.
I'd like to make a motion to complete the budget adjustments for the month of October.
I'll second.
All in favor?
All right.
Aye.
Aye.
Item 20, can we have a motion to pay the bills?
I'd like to make a motion to accept the audited claims and pay the bills.
Thank you. Second,
I'll second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Item 21, new business. Does anybody have any new business? Okay, so before adjournment, we had a request for executive session. I don't believe there'll be any action, right? We're not. gonna
No
vote on
action,
anything.
just a briefing. So I'd like to make a motion to
So-
go into executive session.
It has to be about a particular person or persons.
Do I, yes,
Yeah.
for
Yeah,
a
don't say the
particular,
person's name,
for a
but,
particular individual regarding a
Oh.
personnel matter that needs
Okay,
attention.
so we won't take any action if everybody wants to, you can, welcome to stay, but you're welcome to go too. There's no real point in sticking around. Chief, if you, I think you stay. You don't have permission to go. Sure.
Unless you want to say.
No, I,
Second retirement. The second
oh,
retirement.
yes.
I could really